participants from the hackathon come up and give three-minute pitches in Bahasa, Indonesia. So after this, we have another 10 minutes of 3 quick pitches, and then BizNet, the sponsor of the after event, food and drinks outside, will come up and say a word, and then we're going to have some nice food and drinks right outside. So last pitch, 3 more hackathon pitches, BizNet, and then food and drinks waiting on the other side of there. So fasten your seatbelts, tray tables in the upright position. Let's go. Let's move it ahead. Wakuwakuw, everybody. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. I should apologize for the technical issues just before. So I'm Franz from Wakuwakuw, and we are building an integrated management platform for communities and their meetups and events for your neighborhood. So why communities, and what's the problem in Indonesia? Well, most of them are closed communities, unurbanized, and there's basically no single platform that connects all these communities, meetups, and events and list them according to your cities. Even though in Facebook groups, you basically need keywords and you have to be inside your circle of friends so that you know that these communities exist. What about Eventbrite? Well, they focus mostly on the large-scale events, but not on the community-scale events. E-event, which is the same, they focus on the large-scale events. There's also another problem with the communities in Indonesia, sustainability and growth. Basically, to sustain, you need to be active, you need like active members, and you need to have a frequent meetups so that your communities can sustain. Growth is also a problem because you need money basically, and by that, you need sponsors. So basically, there's no management tools for all the club administrators to arrange all these meetups and business sponsors. So therefore, it is very hard to discover communities that you like around you, but it also have a problem with the sustainability and growth with the communities in Indonesia. That's why we want to create something more like our meetup.com, but with a localized version and a very different business models, which is what Wakuwakuw is. We are introducing an integrated platform for communities, meetups, and events in your city, so that you can actually meet up with these people and share your interests. But Wakuwakuw also offers management tools for these club administrators, so that they can grow their communities, bring in more audiences, and connect business sponsors to your communities, so that communities can grow and sustain. So without further ado, we look at the demo presentation. I should apologize, we have a video presentation for this one, but we have to do with the slides now. So creating a communities in Wakuwakuw is so simple, just put in all the blanks, the titles and everything, and just put on next, and you can actually create your own communities. Creating communities in Wakuwakuw, there's no boundaries. You can basically put up everything, like Japanese typing community, Japanese learning communities, or even angel investors communities. Why not in your city? So there you go. In here, we do create a community called Women Self-Defense, where these communities shares all about the women self-defense. The next thing we want to create is promote a meetup for these communities, so that we just, again, fill in all the blanks and then put in all the geolocations so that people will know when is it and where is it. And there you go. You can see it on the slides. It's very simple, just straightforward, simple UX, and you can have the meetups here. And for the invitation management tools, basically we provide you with all these invitations from Facebook, from your contacts, email, Ymail, Hotmails, or from your existing communities. Why not? We all provide the tools for you here. And also, we want to get the communities to show to everyone who's the boss. So that's why we want these communities to put in their leadership structure inside. So let's see here, we have the 3 women inside the women self-defense, and you can know who is the boss. And very simple UX. The next thing is about growth. Well, the growth basically wants to make a proposals for business sponsors so that they know that your company is fundraising. So in Wakuwakuw, you can also make proposals like gold sponsors. What do you provide for these business sponsors? Probably they can put their advertisement inside your communities. Why not? We just provide them for everything. Interesting communities in here. Basically, if you are new in a town and you want to know what's your options, communities, events, meetups, and all this, just come to Wakuwakuw, click on all the cities that you want, and you get everything. So we go back to the table presentation here. Opportunities in Indonesia. Well, we know that Indonesia is a huge community base in here. And we also target like 1 million communities for the next 3 years. We're basically zero competitors in Indonesia. There's no similar platform as us. But what about market analytics for communities? I bet you we'll be the first one to do market analytics on communities. Business models. As we focus on the user acquisition, the most natural one is to put emphasis on the advertisements. So we have two kinds of advertisements, which is the selective ads. Just put your ads inside your target communities, meetups and events, charge around $10 to $100 per month. Premium ads, we basically just elevate all these communities, meetups and events, and we charge $10 per ads. And the market data, which is our business users, where we provide analytical communities data and we sell it to, let's say, digital agencies or anyone who is interested. Prices range around from $100 per month. So the team, I myself, I'm a conceptor, and I have my friend here, which is the backend master, Sam already. And we have the UX Ninja, which is Taufan over there. And I have the architect quiz. We're all based in Surabaya. And we are happy to tell you that Wakuwakuw just launched a few days ago. So in summary, Wakuwakuw is all about discovering communities that you like around you. Learn something new, meet up new people, and sustain and grow your communities. Thank you. That's it.
The UI looks great. Congratulations on the launch. But I call bullshit on the fact that there are other competitors playing. Meetup does operate in Indonesia. Craigslist operates in Indonesia. I know that you do the statistics and kind of campaign management, but those meetups, people meeting up, talk about that when they meet up usually, and they do that on a social basis too. So how are you more different from them?
Basically, in Wakuwakuw, we focus more on providing a unique community space. We don't focus on the existing communities. We already have them here, like Rotary in Surabaya, all the existing communities. But we want for users to provide something creative. Let's say, hey, I like passphrase, and I would like to meet up with all these single mothers that are interested in passphrase in Surabaya. So we are focusing more on creating all these unique communities. And just to have a summary, we do analyze on Meetup.com. Their business models is mostly on the subscription mode, which is very different in Indonesia. We do premiums here. Subscription mode won't work here. That's the way.
You are the conceptor for the whole service, right?
Yes.
Do you have any experience on running a community?
Yes, I do. I'm actually I joined two communities very big in Surabaya. One is the Hakka communities, which is Indonesian. The other one is I'm the president of Rotary clubs in Indonesia, which I was elected as the best president probably in the world, just in the Bangkok. So we do a lot of communities in here. That's why I know that all these communities have problems with the sustainability and growth. Basically, communities come and go. If you don't have active users, and if you don't promote meetups, these communities just go away. And in which we have to regulate Wakuwakuw, see if these communities don't do any activities, then we just have to deactivate them and make it a vibrant community so that it can be useful for everyone.
So I do run communities as well. I can see myself needing some solution like that, but I don't see that as the solution which I may want to use. Yeah, because what is mostly important community is the membership, the database. Yeah, so it needs to be sure that actually it is not to be monetized or someone can abuse it. So I saw a business model to put advertising there, and that I'm exposing my community to somebody's ads, which I cannot control. It's very scary. That's one thing. Secondly, also is that you require the users also to the member need to re-register, right, to Wakuwakuw.
Of course, yes.
Yes. So again, well, I think if that's the case, we require to do that. There's a lot of solutions which we feel more secure and it's already happening. Like we can use MailChimp, we can use audit service. So I don't see there's anything really make us want to move and use use Wakuwakuw yet. It's not compelling enough. It is a solution. Wow, this kind of solution is available if you work hard. You work a little bit harder, and it's there. You can use MailChimp, you can use e-event, you can use whatever. You can use WordPress. It is there. Yeah, but not enough trigger for me to work with this.
Understood. I just basically just wrap up. I do make some thinkings on that. Like, how do we differentiate from Facebook groups and meetups? Basically, what we do is we're based in Indonesia, and we try to regulate Wakuwakuw so that the content is all unique, different, and caters to all the people.
Do you have any idea of what's the revenue of Meetup?
Meetup.com, basically, we have the statistics, it's open there. They have 92,000 local groups worldwide. Not a lot, but since they are doing on subscription mode, I do analyze them that they don't have a lot of communities, as opposed to like premiums, where if you do like Facebook groups, there's like growth and lips, probably like.
I'll stop with, do you have a number on last year's revenue for Meetup?
For Meetup?
Yeah, some estimate.
No, but they don't disclose it.
Okay.
Yes.
But they don't disclose, but sometimes you can find estimates if you search. Okay, so how big is the, like, I just feel that the advertising model is going to be very difficult because, I mean, Indonesia is still an emerging market. Advertising is generally behind. What was the size of the online advertising market in Indonesia last year, roughly?
The social media revenues in Indonesia?
Online advertising, the entire market in Indonesia, do you know?
I went for the research on that. No.
Okay. My feeling is that you're building a service that might have some usage because you might tune it, do it a little bit more modern and better than Meetup. You might also localize it, like put in Bahasa, so people might use it.
Yes.
But you'll be limited to the number of people on the web, and you'll be limited in terms of revenue by the entire market size. And generally, in emerging markets, most of the advertising dollars go to the big properties. So I just feel it's going to be difficult to generate revenue, significant revenue, even if you have usage.
Unless if you drive all these property communities inside Wakuwakuw. Fair enough, fair enough.
Good enough is right. Excellent. Thank you for your feedback. Wakuwakuw, everybody. That concludes our startup arena. I want to get some big juice for our judges. Daniel Sato, Edwin Jock, Andy Zane, everybody. Terrific pros and wisdom, some tough love. Nice job. They're going to be leaving the stage, and we're going to have 3 select competitors in the hackathon come up, give them 3 short pitches. As these guys are exiting the stage, more juice for these guys, more round of applause. We are going to introduce one of the hackers from the hackathon, and the company is called Deliver.